Nature is the answer. This is the intro, but what am I supposed to do in the intro? I mean, you can just watch my videos yourself and see what it's all about, right? Well, yeah, you can do that, or you can watch this and I can give you a real quick recap. So that's what I'm going to do. So what we have on this channel is a lot of shocking statistics that you're often not going to see in the mainstream media, which is why actually I focus on natural medicine or alternative news, so that way people can get a different opinion for once. Also, we like to explore ideas like seminars and interviews and workshops and recipes even. I mean, we have everything here. I mean, you could just read the description as well. I have a whole list of different stuff there. And I want to bring my sister on, I want to bring different doctors perhaps that I know, different wellness centers. I'm going to be working on a farm soon, maybe share some footage there. I'm going to be releasing a book. I have presentations lined up. I have a lot here that is lined up. I sometimes can't even keep up with the content myself. But yeah, there's always so much to talk about. There's always so much to do in this world, especially when this world needs it. And so what we need to do is bring action to the things that we believe in. And you might see through my videos, even I have poetical writings. I get very passionate about natural medicine. It's something that I've grown into. Being 13, I started going upon this journey for myself. But it's like, wow, the discoveries I make, I want to share that with you. So that's what this YouTube channel is all about. And then you may question, well, what is nature's answer? Why is that? So I consider it the answer to the techno-tyranny, like the rising technological state that tends to rule over us, or just simply the smartphone addictions and the rise of machinery, oftentimes taking control of human beings and manipulating them or wanting them to become addicted, as people from Facebook, for example, would admit to saying, is that it promotes dopamine hits in your head, making you addicted, right? But it's not just that, it's also food addiction, right? Because you are what you eat is the phrase. Well, it's also you are what you digest, and getting those more understanding abilities to understand, well, what is going on here in our health. I mean, it's you realize this is unscripted, this is real, and that's what food should be too. So I'm not reading off of any script, I'm not reading off of any bulletin list, I'm just being real with you. And I feel like being real is something we will need, especially in a day and age where robotics and having to look a certain way, having to do a certain thing is of the high demand. And so often the demand comes from nature itself. When we want to go to the beach, when we want to be free but don't know how and don't know exactly how to navigate it. So the purpose of this channel is to open up that discussion, so that way people can look at things differently, number one, and number two, do things differently in their life accordingly by making the best decisions that they feel is most educated and most informed and most wise, per se, because wisdom and action go hand in hand. And so I provide my own perspective and through many of my works, but I also encourage you to have your own perspective. And at the end of the day, that's what the work is about, is getting people to speak for themselves, getting people to be self-sustainable, to have that self-healing mechanism that they were born with, for example. So this intro, I could just keep going on, and that's why some of my videos are very long. You don't have to watch them, but see what content you like. That's why I provided a variety, and if you like certain content, let me know. Open a discussion. That's what we need in this world, especially if we want to change the world. It must start with you, and it must start with discussion, belief system, and that leads to our actions down the road. So a lot to offer here, and I want to be able to inspire you, empower you, motivate you, however you want to put it. And yeah, we can laugh along the way. Yeah, we'd have some fun along the way. We might do some fun little things. My sister has her own YouTube channel too. You can feel free to check that out. We want to put the word out there. We want to make noise in the health community with different ideas, even that the alternative health community won't talk about. So it's really about expanding the mind. And if you agree with that simple message, is that yes, nature is the answer, and the fact that there's a lot dehumanizing us, there's a lot that may go against our very nature at heart, our very loving self, our right brain self that leads to the left brain self in this technological world, for example, that there's so much chaos going on, whether it be war or politics and confusion, especially in an age of mass media. So there's a lot of that going on. If you agree that there's some denaturing aspects there, or there's some parts of us that say, well, we need to be outside in nature more, or we need to look at the nature as to why certain things react a certain way they do, how could that react with other natures, for example? Because there's human nature, and there's the nature of another animal, there's a nature of the planet, and it doesn't always have to be through science or through law. Sometimes it could just be through understanding and reasoning and really observing as a scientist ourselves. Okay, I believe that truth should be common sense and something that we can all grasp upon, not something that needs to be super abstract and we have to get in some deep conversation about mumbo jumbo that we ourselves technically created. Because the truth, I believe, is here. The answers, I believe, is here. That's what natural medicine is about. And so whether it's promoting natural law or promoting natural medicine, that's what you'll see here. And if you don't know what a lot of that is, or you're skeptical even, I still encourage you to subscribe, because we want that debate. We don't want an echo chamber here. We don't want people just saying the same things over and over again and just agreeing with one another, actually. We want people to cause some controversy so that way we could have some debate and really see why people believe what they do, and give light to those who deserve a voice. So that's what I hope to do here. And if you like it, please do subscribe. Of course, my main role is to get people thinking, so if you like that as well, that would probably be the only other selling point, if you will, for this content. But I truly believe that humanity has much potential, and I'm here to showcase that potential to you in many different forms, and whether that be poetry, music even, or studies or interviews, or seminars or books. I mean, I want to do it all, and I want to talk about it all. I don't think that I have to be a scientist to talk about science. I don't think anybody does when we are living in the same reality. You know, we can see the same sun, and that's amazing because our ancestors also saw the same sun. You know, they brought us to who we are now. So that's just an example of some of the inspiration that we have here. I feel like it's important to mention because I see things to a more deeper, sensitive level myself, and you may see things completely different. You might see things so different, in fact, that I encourage you to share, and that's what this is about. It's not about me, it's not about my channel, it's about the work here as humanity, and that's what I hope to promote. So thank you very much for watching this little intro video here. Nature is the answer. Cory Edmund Endrulat. Thank you very much for watching.